Hey, my lovely Serene Dream here with another Fill Me In general energy reading. And this reading could apply it could apply to anybody, any sign, at any time. It is a timeless reading, so it's whenever you find it. It could resonate with you. It could resonate with you for the day, the week, the month, or even the year. But do keep in mind it's not going to resonate with everyone, so only take what resonates, leave what does not. Reverse the messages if that's how it fits your situation. If you like to check out your monthly Zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of 2023, or your love forecast for the previous year of 2022, you can go ahead and check out the Vimeo links below to view those. The love forecast for 2023 is coming. But if you're watching this after sometime, well, you can check the description box and determine whenever you're watching this, you would see which one is down there, whether it be the love forecast for 2022 or the love forecast for 2023. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link to that information can be found below as well. Follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. And let's go ahead and get into your messages for this time. Okay, the first message I'm getting is that you all have a long road ahead of you. And no, I don't mean that in a negative way. I feel that's it. I mean it in all the best positive ways possible. Because what I'm getting here is that you're at the start of like many more blessings to come. So I feel like by the time you come across this reading, you could have had some blessing come about already. But what you don't know or what you don't see is that there's so much more that came from. So you're probably really happy with the blessing or blessings that you have already, but you have no clue that you have a whole slew like of blessings to come. Like this is only the tip of the iceberg of what you've been given so far. And I feel like this is your fortune, like this is your destiny. I'm getting like a lot of karmic energy, but I feel like you all are about to reap a lot of good karma for work and things you've done in the past. It's like now is the time for you to experience the payout of all the good karma that that you've accumulated over the years. For some of you, this has been a long time coming, a very long time. Getting 10 years for some of you doesn't have to be that long. But yeah, I just feel like you have so many blessings. And I feel like the great thing about it all is that as you get these blessings, I feel like you are wise enough to handle them now. As opposed, the reason why you didn't get them before, because I feel like you probably weren't at a level of wisdom to truly appreciate or understand these blessings. But now that the divine feels that you are, or the divine knows that you have attained the level of wisdom necessary to experience and appreciate these blessings, that's why they're now giving them to you. This year is very, I'm hearing, auspicious. So yeah, this is a very fortuitous year for many of you, 2023. Or if you're watching this after 2023, whatever year you're watching this in, this is a very fortuitous year for you. And I'm getting a message about like ward off. I feel like at this time, up until this point, I feel like you probably had a lot of enemy energy that was trying to attack you to keep you from reaching this level. And when I say enemy energy, I don't just mean like physical people. I feel like even like darker spiritual forces that were trying to defeat you, keep you from reaching this level, because they knew that you had this period where you were going to be receiving so many blessings. And what they were trying to do was, I'm hearing, topple you from reaching that step. Like they were trying to throw you off the path, topple you, knock you off your feet so that you don't take that step to the level where your blessings were. But I feel like you successfully thwarted the enemy energy's plan. And now it's like you've thwarted that energy forever. It's like you don't have to worry about this enemy energy attacking you, because I feel like any and all attempts now at this point with the level you've reached are kind of like pointless. It's like try as hard as they may, like nothing. It's like they can't. You know the saying like no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I get like in this case they can't even form a weapon against you. Like forget using it. Like they can't even form the weapon against you. So it's like nothing can touch you at this point. You've reached a level of being blessed and being highly protected. And I feel like it's come from a lot of hard work. I'm hearing hard inner work you've done on yourself, with yourself. You've grown tremendously. I feel like your goal has always been to just be a better person. Unlike other people, I feel like you were always trying to best yourself. You were never in competition with another person. You were never looking to other people trying to be like anybody else. I feel like you were always just trying to be the best version of yourself possible. So whenever you reached a level, you always knew that there was another level up you can reach, like another level you can go. And I feel like you were always fighting and climbing to get to that level. Like I said, you were always reaching to best yourself, not anybody else. And because you've kept your focus on that plane, that's exactly why you're receiving blessings overload, to come in this year, because you kept your focus on what's important, which is your growth and your own path toward God, toward the divine. Yeah, I feel like it, like when I mentioned like the enemy energy can't even form weapons against you, you don't have to worry about anything coming in to distract you. I feel like you're not even going to be phased by anything that may even appear to be a distraction. It's not even a point for these energies to try to even come toward you like that. 'Cause I just feel like you're not going to fall for the traps. I feel like you can sense a trap from a mile away. And so whenever you see anything that even resembles any form of trapping, you're just like, no. Like, no, thank you. You're not even tempted. You're so, because you know exactly. I feel like you reached a point where you know exactly who you are. You know exactly what you've come here to do. You know what your path is. You know how to get there. And I'm not saying that you 100% know everything, because you don't. I feel like there's still more for you to learn, but I feel like you know enough about yourself, about your path, about your purpose, about your mission, to keep you from falling for the trappings. So that's why all of these things aren't even a temptation to you like they maybe would have been years ago. I'm hearing part of the mountains swam the shore, and I'm not really sure what that means. I'm not even sure that comes from anything. What I'm getting from that though, like, I know I said swam the shore, but I don't feel like this is like you've swum the shore. It's like God has made the way for you. Like He's created the pathway, part of the mountains, and created a pathway after carrying you over the seas, like over the valleys, over like through the mountains. Like He's carried you through all of the passageways and made paths for you to get to this point. You have been highly protected for a very long time. Even if you didn't know that, or maybe at times didn't feel that, you had no idea the forces that were coming up against you. I get that very strongly. I feel like you had some very dark, heavy, strong forces trying to thwart you from reaching your level of blessings. I'm hearing plane of blessings. So, yeah, I just feel like even at times where it felt dark and it felt hard, it's like you had no idea that whatever you were feeling, you could have felt 1,000 times worse, because the energies that were trying to come at you were just that strong. But God, I feel like, fought all of those battles for you and made a way, even in the times that felt impossible. So I feel like God literally carries you. I'm getting that poem, the Footprints poem, I think it is, where someone, gosh, I can't remember it, but I know the gist of it is like this person says that they grew weary or something like that, and they found themselves being carried. They looked in the sand. It was footprints, but it wasn't theirs. And the whole basis of the story, or the whole point, is that God carried this person through their trials. When they got tired and felt like they couldn't carry on anymore, God picked them up and carried them the rest of the way. And I feel like that's really what's been going on, is that God's been carrying you, protecting you through all of this, because you had such strong forces trying to stop you from continuing on your path. And at times it was so strong and so dark that you will feel effects of it a little bit. I feel like you maybe felt like 5% of what was attacking you. So if you felt like those moments of darkness and depression, just know that was only like 5% of what was coming at you. I just get like, it was some strong shit. Like, what I'm picking up here, whoever this reading resonates with, you are a very special person on this earth. And the reason I'm saying that is because the level of attacks that were the level of enemy energy that was trying to get at you before reaching this level was just, it was like nothing I don't think the average person would ever experience in their life. Like, you have like the type of attacks that Jesus experienced when he walked this earth. Like, I'm not saying you are Jesus, not saying that at all, but I just feel like the level of attacks he had from Satan, trying to tempt him, trying to thwart him, trying to get him to denounce his belief in the Father God. I just get like that level, that's the level of attack you had against you, but you didn't feel the weight of that attack because you're human. You That's why God protected you, because he knew that if you were to experience like the full force of the attack firsthand with no protection, you probably would not have made it. But I feel that regardless, you were protected, and the thing that kept that protection around you was your continued faith in the divine to help you through any and all difficulties. I feel like you're taking with you every word that you've learned. Everything that you've learned, I feel like you're taking along with you on this path that is now just reached the, it's like you're about to, like, I won't say about to, I feel like you've reached the land of milk and honey, at least in the way of which you could experience it on this earth. And I feel like while in this space, you haven't forgotten everything that you've learned when you weren't here. Like the times when you were, where you felt lost, or you felt hopeless, or you felt like it was the end, or that was all this is. I feel like everything you learn in those spaces, you've maintained that knowledge, and you're taking it with you on this new path, in this new land. And I feel like it's going to be very helpful for you. And I feel like along with it being helpful for you, I feel like you're going to be helping other people with the wisdom that you've obtained from the path that you traveled to get to this point. I'm also getting very sweet. I feel like despite everything you've gone through and how many attacks you've had against you, I feel like for some of you, you may have even had people who were speaking ill of your name, trying to, badmouth you or tell lies on you, or just Because along with like otherworldly enemy energy attacking you, I feel like that otherworldly enemy energy was using actual people to try to attack you as well. So yeah, you had all kind of like you had shit coming from everywhere, honestly, trying to just get you to not reach your blessings. And I feel that despite everything that you've gone through and maybe the ways that people have, like, I'm hearing shunned you, so people could have shunned you for no reason, just spoke ill of you for no reason, just were just really negative or hurtful toward you. And despite all those experiences, I feel like you still maintained a level of sweetness that most people don't that most people don't maintain. I feel like with everything you've gone through, it would usually harden somebody, but for some reason you haven't allowed your experiences to harden your heart. You are still a very sweet soul. If anything, I feel like you're maybe even sweeter than you used to be because you've maybe gained a new level of compassion for people that you didn't have before due to this wisdom that you've accumulated. You're about to soar. Like I said, this is your year. You're about to take off. Like, I just keep getting like Michael Jordan. I know that if you're watching this in 2023, that everybody's calling this the Jordan year. But like, I'm literally getting like when Jordan used to like air dunk, like usually like really fly through the air to dunk the ball. I feel like that is really, I'm hearing revolutionary. I feel like you're coming to revolutionize this world. Like you're about to revolutionize this world in a way that, because I mean, I think it's non debatable that Michael Jordan is one of the greatest NBA players of all time. And I'm not saying that there aren't other great players, but what he was able to do, he changed the game. That move with the flying air dunk, nobody has been able to do that like him. And I feel like whatever you're about to do is a one of a kind thing. Once this is done, nobody will be able to replicate it. And I feel like what I know they say is nothing new under the sun, but I feel like whatever you're about to do, nobody's done it like this before. And after you, nobody would do it like you again. Very much like Jordan in the league. Nobody before him was like him, and nobody after him has been able to be like him. Although there have been great players, nobody could do that move, like the actual Jordan logo where he's holding the ball and he's flying like in the air in like a leaping position. It's like that's the logo for a reason, because that move was legendary. It revolutionized the whole game. And so I feel like that's what you're about to do. Like you're about to soar in this world and do something that no eyes, I would say, in this day and age has ever seen before. I don't feel like, I feel like what you're about to do is, if it's been done before, I feel like it's never been recorded in history, or it hasn't been seen by like the naked eye or something. It's just, you're about to do something that is going to change the world. And like I said, there may be people after who try to do what you do, but they're never going to do it like you. You're going to be known as the greatest of all time in whatever field or whatever this is you're about to do. You're going to be the GOAT at this. And the greatest thing about it is you're not going to let all the fanfare that may follow from you doing whatever this is get to your head. I feel like you're always going to stay spiritually grounded, connected to God. You're going to remember what you're doing this for. And I know that what you're doing this for, what you understand you're doing this for, is for God, to glorify God, you're serving God through whatever it is you're doing. And you're never going to lose sight of that. So despite all the noise and the applause and the fanfare, you're going to always maintain that humble, sweet nature and just be like, Some of you may even say like all glory goes to God. It's all because of God. Like I wouldn't be here without God. This is all for God. I just feel like you're gonna give it all back to God. It's never going to be, well, I am, like, you're not gonna do that whole like I'm the best and nobody messing with me. I'm not, it's not to say that you all aren't going to, like, for the lack of a better phrase, like talk your shit. Because I do feel like if somebody tries you or tries to diminish what you've done, you're gonna have no problem like stating your stats, so to speak. Like you're gonna say like, I don't know if you know who you're talking to, but like I've done X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Like I've done all. You're gonna list all your accomplishments and say like before you open your mouth and tell me what I can't do, just take a look at what I've done. Like don't ever try me in that way. And then you go right back to your humble self. It's like when you need to come out and check a bitch, like you're gonna check them, but I feel like you're going to go back into your humble, sweet nature. Like, but it's not, you're not gonna be a braggart. You're not gonna brag at all. You're just gonna state facts when needed about who you are, what you're doing, what you do, and then just continue to go on. But I feel like other people are going to make a bigger deal about you and or whatever you're doing than you would make about yourself. I feel like you're gonna maintain this humble nature. I just keep getting that you're gonna remain very humble, although you're gonna be extremely legendary. So yeah, that's what I got for you all for this general energy reading. I hope it was helpful to you all. Again, if you'd like to check out your monthly zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, or your love forecast for 2022, or if you're watching this after I post 2023 love forecast, that love forecast as well, you can check out the Vimeo links below to view that. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link to that information can be found below as well. Follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. And until next time, guys, bye.